You're listening to Greater Good Radio Hawaii. Please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. Today's guest is Joe Rice, President and CEO of Mid-Pacific Institute College Preparatory School. He has received the Golden Apple Award for Educational Excellence, Excellence in Education Administration Award, and the National Golden Acorn Award in the 1990s. So, Joe, because you were moving so much with your family, how did you keep a positive outlook in life, looking forward, what you had in your future?
Actually, I didn't have a positive outlook in life. I felt, looking back on it, I felt bad. One thing that kept me going is my mother, who protected me. She took beatings so that I didn't have to. She hid me when she knew that my dad was looking for me. She just cared for me. I would say that, first off, that I'm the only son of the 12. I have 5 brothers, 6 sisters. I'm the only one that's not the full brother. I found out later in life that I had another father. And but she knew that I was always the bunt of his drunken tirades and stuff. It was easy to blame, you're the oldest, why aren't you doing your part? Why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? So she protected me a lot. I remember that well. I forgot the question, but...
Oh, I was just wondering, how could you keep a focus on your future? You still went to college, which is
yes,
really great.
Again, because people helped me. But there were certain things that happened in my life, a couple key points in time that if you look back, I would say that was the day I made my decision not to be this way. My family would always say I was always different. I didn't react with violence. I didn't go out and do mean things. Some of our family members did do that. Others would steal food for the family. I would go and ask if they would give it to us. Just different ways of going about the same thing. But I think I was always a little different. But I was pretty feeling this was what life was like. I didn't know any others. I didn't have friends that had the other side of the life, I didn't know any better. Our life was make it through the day, and mostly hot weather, and, you're either cold, hungry, or just worried about life. And stay away from your dad so you don't get hurt. Get money, get food, get whatever, collect things to get money to buy bread for the brothers and sisters. All those things, that was kind of the life, and I didn't see anything better for the longest time. Just came a point, I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, Evan, but I ran away from home in my senior year about halfway through, and I had decided that if my dad came back that night after he had beat my mom up real bad, and I had gone in, I was scared to help her, and I had gone in to comfort her as she lay on the floor, and my brothers and sisters were there, and looking at me, why aren't you there helping? Why are you hiding in the closet? But he had hurt one of my twin sisters earlier. I have twins right below me. Then hurt my mom real bad. And I made my mind up that he was never going to do that again. So I took a knife to bed, and I waited. And when he came back about 3 a.m, the door was locked. He knocked it off its hinges, came after me, had his belt. He used to love to hit us with that belt, and he started swinging at me while I was under the covers. And I just snapped, and I went after him with a knife, stabbed him many, many times, and never once anywhere that got anything, though he was a bloody mess. And my family ran in and jumped him and said, "Run, run." I ran away that day and hid in the vineyards close to where we lived, and for 2 or 3 days, and I heard that he had gone out looking for me with a shotgun. Finally, he got enough courage to go and ask for help, and some friends at a local convenience store near our house called social services. They came and picked me up, and I was put in foster care. My family was barred from coming to the school, and I finished high school. I worked in the fields that summer after high school and made money to buy a bus ticket from California to Washington State. And away I went. Didn't come back for about 7 years before I saw my family again. But it was a decision that I will not allow this anymore. He won't do this anymore. And I'm not going to be a victim anymore. And so that was the first time I really stood up as a man and made a decision that, one, I will never drink, I will never beat a woman, I will never harm anybody that way, and I won't live this way. And it's caused me grief many times, because if you're leaving your brothers and sisters behind, they don't understand why you're not there for them. And I just tried not to think about it for the longest time.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more on Greater Good Radio.